Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen episode number 8 reaction. Alright, the previous episode, it was a crazy episode. We got to see Gojo's actual power, and his power is a very interesting one, like it's basically infinity. And so anything that tries to come closer to him gets like further, like the distance between them like increases to infinity. So basically no one will be able to come closer to him. Any type of attacks and stuff like that will be nullified if you think about it. The only way to kind of break that is in like a domain expansion, and there the attacks can hit. However, Gojo's domain expansion is something like crazy in itself. It like, as far as I could understand, it like makes the character go through everything like infinite times, that type of thing. Like it's crazy. And I'm still not completely able to properly understand his domain expansion. I'm sure we'll get to see it multiple times later on as well, and more I see it, I'll probably get accustomed to it and will be able to understand what it is about, because infinity in itself is a concept which is very crazy. It's difficult to understand, but either way, yeah, that's basically his power. And we got to see him fight that volcano head. I forgot his name. Later on, Hana something, I forgot his name. Another character, from the enemy side, he comes in and takes him away from that situation, and saves him literally. That volcano head, he literally saves him, and runs away. So that's what happened. In the end, we meet two more, not two more, but one more character. His name was Mahito, I think. Was that his name? I think that was his name. Who was kind of waiting, and he's talking about how they're going to do something in Shibuya on the 31st of October, and that is where it ended. So let's see where this goes. Episode number 8. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Okay. On errands. Oh. Ah. Okay. Oh, he's one of the higher ups. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, Gojo's not happy about that, number one. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh my. No, I was thinking maybe Nobara and Fushiguro will. Oh, these two. Todo and Mai. Wait. Oh, they're sisters? Oh. Oh. Oh boy, they're rallying them up. Mm. Oh great. Here we go. They're just rallying him up. Nobara's gonna get pissed off. Okay. What? Wait. uh. Oh my god. Interesting. All right. Well, that's one way of that's one way of introducing yourself. uh, I was like, he's going to fight or something, and then he suddenly brings up. I guess he is going to fight. He's like kind of getting ready to. I don't know. Okay. Oh boy. Boredom. Todo ai. Okay. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Wow. He's like, no, I'm not having that. Not for forgiving people. Yeah. Okay. All right. He's explaining. Ooh. Oh no, I feel like Todo will not be happy with this. Or will he be? Oh, he's crying. Yeah, I was going to say he's not going to be happy. He wants some excitement. Oh! Damn, he just hit him through pure strength. Oh! Whoa, she has a gun. Okay, I'm guessing it's something related to her, like, like way of fighting, her curse techniques. So he gave him a chance. He's crying. Oh my god. Alright, so this guy is famous? Oh, damn. Alright. It. Oh, there you go. So that's why he punched him. Oh, wait. Oh, it's false. Oh, damn. Okay. Flying frogs? Okay. Oh, but. Uh. Oh no, here we go. Yeah. Damn. Damn. Oh my god, this guy is crazy strong. I feel like Yuji could be a good contender against him. Yuji is strong himself. Like, you know? Oh, he's not using any jujutsu techniques. Just pure strength. Damn. Oh, is that the. Okay, okay. Yeah, alright. Oh no, here we go. The thing that he was going to use against. Use against Sato. Oh, wait. Oh, damn. So this is his jujutsu technique. Ooh! Damn, Panda is strong. Damn. Yeah, he was going to do something. Yeah. Alright, so this girl. Okay, Zenin is here. Imbue objects with cursor. Well, Nobara didn't have her thing with her. Okay. She was just faking it. Yeah. He's like my jacket. Yeah. All right, stop it. Okay, it was something stupid. I can see this coming. There you go. Tall idol. Alright, let him do what he wants to do, you know? Oh boy. Yeah, nobody didn't even have her hammer with her, and you know, like, yeah, I was wondering. So is she kind of like Yuji then? Ah. So I'm guessing she herself is kind of like Yuji then. Yuji doesn't have cursed. No, Yuji cannot use cursed techniques. He does have cursed. Okay. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Okay. Oh, so this is the guy? The Kyoto's principal or something? Oh, Satoru is here. He wanted to talk to him because Gaku Ganji. Yeah, the whole thing with Yuji, I think. Yep. Mm. Who's this? I don't think Gojo cares about that. Like I said, he doesn't care. Yeah? Wow! Good call. Yeah. Mm. Keto's. Isn't this that guy? Yeah, it's that guy. Wave of power. The. 2 hours. That's a long time. Miwa. Why is she walking? Oh my god, this is Takada-chan's. Takadandi. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I guess there's a lot of people. 1 month later. Oh damn, another Kinema Cinema. What? Kinema Cinema. Alright, what's happening here? Um, too dark. Oh, these are all. Yeah. After the showing 3 high school boys this way. Oh my god. Cranial pressure. There's someone like. Oh, this guy. Mahito, I think that's his name. What are you doing? Even if he did, why are you coming in an alleyway following this guy? Oh boy. Okay, who is this? I think this is another one of the like 1 month has passed. Like I'm pretty sure Yuji had gone through quite a few amounts of training, which we don't know. So I'm guessing the guy in the end, he's like one of our friends, like one of the characters in our team, like in Satoru's side. Like because we see them in the opening and the ending. This guy. Okay, okay, the ending part, the oh she actually got a picture. Yo, you're supposed to bring something for the principal. Did you forget? Did she buy what she was? Oh my god, she forgot, I think. You idiot. Jesus roll. Okay, here we go. Oh, the personal handshake event. She's not happy. He's like, oh, you want to? Ah! Yeah. Oh! She puts on the gun. Yeah. Well, she's pretty pleased, I feel. Yeah, she's pretty pleased. Did you bring your gun back with you? uh, okay, that's it. All right, this episode now. Here's like this kind of reminded me of I've like what can I say? The way the thing is kind of going, this is so much reminding me of Naruto. Like for example, how in Naruto we get introduced to the our team, Team Seven, and and we got to know them at first. Then Kakashi Sensei came in, and then little by little, in the Chunin exam arc, we get to know more about the other teams, Neji's team come in, like all the other teams, like Kiba's team comes in, and Rock Lee comes in, like all these characters come in, and there's a few of them who are kind of had a little animosity towards our group, but we kind of fought them in the tuning exam, and after the whole thing, everyone kind of little by little becomes friends. This is reminding me of so much of that. Here for example, we can see obviously, technically they are a different school, the characters that we saw here, but they are Jujutsu sorcerers as well. So here we can see how they kind of got introduced here, and we can see the animosity between these two groups. But I'm pretty sure after having the battle, which we're going to get the exchange event, after that, I'm guessing after fighting against them, they'll probably get to know each other more and become good friends or something like that. I can see that happening here. And this is so much like kind of reminding me of Naruto, the way it kind of went. And for now, they're kind of at each other's throats. But I'm sure, as time will go on, after they fight their battle against them, they'll probably be able to respect each other. Something like that. I can see that happening. Anyways, all right. This episode we begin with um, Panda, Zenin Senpai, and I don't remember his name. The other guy, the guy with the the thing, who doesn't talk. They were kind of going around while Nobara and Fushiguro are out for some errands, buying some juices for them, and they're talking about how the other the other school students were going to come, and how it might be a difficult situation if they come across each other, Nobara and Fushiguro, if they come across any of the other students, and they might try to mess with them, and they're having this conversation. At that same time, obviously, we see that Nobara and Fushiguro are meeting the other two, uh, Todo and Mai. I think that's her name. Yeah, Todo and Mai, and they are just here to kind of mess with them, harass them, as usual, because they usually do that. And we can see that they're trying to get under their skin. Like Todo, you can see that Todo is quite very very straightforward. He's just like, oh, like we're here because where's that part? Uh, he's talking about Okotsu. Where's that part? Okay, I'm only here to see if these guys are fit to take Okutsu's place. So Okutsu is that guy. I think we still haven't met him, but the guy who we always see, who Gojo is kind of who Gojo talks very highly about. That guy, along with Yuji, Gojo, Okotsu. No, sorry. Along with Yuji, Okotsu, and Todo, these two were also mentioned by Gojo later on. So it's that guy, I think, who we still haven't seen. We've only heard of him. Either way, So yeah, Todo's here. Todo is like, you can see that Todo's very straightforward, and he's like, I'm just here to see if you're fit to take Okutsu's place. And while Mai is kind of like, like a very sly way of like, have talking, is talking in a very sly way and kind of trying to get under their skin. She was like, oh, like, like the person who died, he's kind of like, insulting Yuji, kind of trying to like, get them mad, and saying like, oh, he was like, like a vessel, but if you think about it, he is like, like a half cursed monster, isn't he? So it's good that he died. That type of thing she's saying, which obviously pisses off both Nobara and Fushiguro. While Todo's very straightforward. He's like, oh, I'm just here to see if you're good enough to take Okotsu's place. And what he says is like, he's like, I want to know what type of girls do you like, like, and he says like, by that I can judge what type of a person you are. And he's like, come on, tell me. I'm wondering, did he like ask the same question to Okotsu as well? Like, you can see that like Todo kind of looks at Okotsu in a very, what can I say, like in a very high manner. Like I'm pretty sure he thinks like, like for him Okotsu is worthy enough. So did he like ask that question to Okotsu as well, and Okotsu, did he give an answer which he liked or something like that? Maybe. But who knows? He asks Fushiguro the same question. And at first Fushiguro doesn't want to answer. Fushigoro's like, why the hell would I say that to you? I don't even know you. But then he explains the reasoning why he asked this question. He's like, oh, I want to see what type of person you are, because your taste is going to reflect on the type of person you are and the type of Jujutsu sorcerer you are. So that is how I am going to like, like I'm going to judge you. And now Fushiguro kind of thinks about it, and like we can see that Fushiguro realizing that this is the same Todo who in one of the, what did he say, in one of the battles he kind of just a minute. Oh, that comes later on, I think. Yeah, it comes later on. Okay, I'll talk about that later on. Like I'm going to read that part because I wasn't able to properly process what they were telling. Like this guy Todo, why he's that famous. Alright, before that, Fushiguro is like, alright, let me answer your question. And he says, I don't have a particular preference, but as long as she has unshakable character, I won't ask for more. Now, I knew that Todo won't be happy about this because, like he said, it's a boring answer. And he's like, I'm not happy about the fact that you gave me such a boring answer. This also means that as a person, as a Jujutsu sorcerer, you're also very boring. So he starts crying and he's like, oh, I can't be, like, like this can't be the case. Like, I didn't expect such a boring answer from you. And he's like, I'm not impressed, and just gives him like a, like a whack. While, like, they're having their own battle, Mai suddenly comes and grabs Nobara and just pulls out a gun. So when Nobara kind of insults her backhandedly, she's like, oh, I feel like your sister, Maki, is a lot more prettier than you. You're so close to me, I can see your pores. She gets pissed off, pulls out a gun. Either way, so alright, this part I'm going to read because Fushiguro here talks about like why Todo is this famous. So just a minute. Alright, here it is. Todo, that Todo, the one involved in last year's unprecedented Jujutsu terror attack caused by the curse user Geto. Okay, so here we go. Geto. So this Geto thing we also got to see later on when Gojo was talking about it. So last year's Geto did something, like an attack or something like that happened. The night parade of 100 demons from Kyoto to Shinjuku, the one who exercised a special grade and 5 first grade caused spirit by himself when the parade appeared in Kyoto. that Todo. Still, there are several first grade sorcerers capable of beating a special grade, but what's shocking is he didn't use any cursor technique. Now, he says that, oh no, you're wrong. Like it's not that I didn't use any cursor techniques. I did, but for the special grade only. The first grades I didn't use any like techniques. So this is the thing with makes it his special. So unless and until it is necessary, he doesn't use his cursor techniques. I'm guessing he just punches through stuff. That's what he does. And unless and until he's serious, he won't use his techniques. So taking that opportunity, Fushigoro's like, all right, so I'm going to use my cursor technique to get to you. So he summons some winged frogs, and their battle starts. Todo just kind of brushes them aside and grabs him and just throws him in the ground, and like a huge battle starts. This guy just gets and whacks the Fushiguro into one of the structures, and the whole structure just gets broken, and Fushigoro's the spirits that he's using, they try to stop him, but he just brushes them aside and just takes them out. And when it was seen, when we could see that it's getting very dangerous, like Fushigoro's like bleeding and everything, Fushigoro's like, all right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to be serious now. Now, we've seen this happen before as well during the battle with Sukuna, where it seemed something changed in Fushiguro, and Sukuna was also interested in seeing what he was going to do. But he got interrupted because Yuji came in. So I think that was similar thing like that was going to happen here. Even Todo kind of felt something is wrong. But then that guy comes in, the guy who doesn't talk, he comes in and he takes out his the zipper and says don't move. So I'm guessing his cursor technique has something to do with his voice. Like if he says something, the other person has to follow it. Like he says that don't move, and Todo starts moving. So that is why he usually talks in that in ingredients, he always talks in ingredient language so that his words don't really affect others. That must be very difficult, like imagine just talking and that affecting someone like this. Like you can't even say something like for example, if you just say something jokingly, like, oh, go and do this for me, you kind of joke around, that the other person is going to go and do that because your voice has that power. And that is why I'm guessing he usually doesn't talk normally, he talks in ingredient language, that way, something like that, I'm guessing. And Panda Senpai comes in and he stops Todo from attacking. So Todo was like, damn, I was going to see Fushigoro's power, but again, again here we get interrupted. We are not able to see Fushigoro's actual power or something. So there you go. But I'm sure we'll get our time later on. We'll see what it happens eventually. But for now, the battle is broken down. Now, one thing I kind of realized while watching this, like I was saying, I feel like Yuji would be a very good competitor for Todo, because Todo, just like Todo is naturally strong, Yuji is also naturally strong. He breaks world records daily. That type of guy he is. Without any Jujutsu techniques, he's strong in himself. Physically. So I feel like Yuji versus Todo would be kind of interesting if we see later on. Because both are naturally strong. And obviously since Todo doesn't use his Jujutsu techniques that easily, and Yuji himself doesn't have any Jujutsu technique, at least now, because Sukuna's technique, he's not able to use it properly. But yeah, that would be quite interesting, seeing a physical versus physical thing. Either way, Panda Senpai is like, oh, stop this, like you just came here and you're making a mess of this situation. Like, can't you just wait for the exchange event to start? Then you can beat each other up as much as you want to. And Toto's like, all right, fine. Like, and I can't wait to see more of, like, you, Fushiguro. And he kind of, like, obviously, like, kind of hinted that, yeah, Fushigoro's strength is way more than he thinks it is. And he's like, yeah, I can't wait to see more of it. And he leaves. While Mai here, we don't actually see what she did here. Like, we see Nobara is just fallen down. Now, obviously, this is such a bad pairing because Nobara doesn't have her thing with her, her hammer, you know. So, it is literally this girl just used her techniques to fight an unarmed person. Yeah, that's literally what happened. She pulled out a gun in front of a person who has nothing to defend herself with. That's literally what she did. And I don't know, it's kind of sad being like, kind of what can I say, like, happy about the situation, like, oh, I defeated you, but look at you, like, look at me, I have a gun with me and you have nothing to defend yourself with. That type of thing, it seemed like, even though in the end Nobara was kind of able to, like, kind of flip the whole table and get behind her and grab her, but that was a very one-sided battle. Like, what the hell? Like, she didn't even have anything to defend herself with. Like, and and my God, like, like, Mai was like, oh, look at you, and was getting happy about the fact that she was able to defeat her when she had nothing to defend herself with. Anyways, so Maki comes in. Maki, I think that's her name. Yeah, Maki Zenin. Yeah, Maki and Mai. All right. So Maki comes in, and she stops her, and she's like, stop this, sister. And Mai kind of insults her. She's like, oh, you're such a loser, I didn't even notice you, Maki. And he says like, oh, she says like, oh, we're both equally losers, all you can do is imbue objects with cursed energy and got crap for cursed techniques. So interesting. So both the sisters have their problems with using cursed techniques. Like, my the only thing she can do is imbue stuff with cursed energy and cannot use cursed techniques, while Mai says that better than having no cursed energy at all. Kind of like, retorts that back to Maki. So Mai can only use cursed energy, imbue that in objects, while Maki doesn't even have any cursed energy. Something like that. So that's very interesting. Like I said, I'm I was going to say that Maki, like I said this while reacting as well. I was like, oh, Maki kind of is like Yuji then, isn't she? But now that I'm thinking about it, actually not. Like, I guess Yuji does have cursed energy. He imbues that in his fists and fights. He cannot use any cursed technique. So if I think about it properly, I would have to say that Yuji is more like Mai, isn't it? Like, not exactly similar, but kind of like that, because both are not able to use cursed techniques, and both of them kind of imbues their cursed energy into stuff. In Yuji's situation, it's his fists. He literally just envelops his fists with his, like, cursed energy and fights. While for Mai, she imbues that in like objects, like bullets and stuff, I'm guessing. Something like that. So it's more like, it's not that he's similar to Maki, but he's more similar to Mai in that regard. But like I said, this is all, I guess, a matter of time, because Gojo did hint that in the future Yuji will be able to use Sukuna's cursed techniques. So it won't be that forever he won't be able to use any cursed techniques. He will be able to use cursed techniques later on when he gets used to it, I'm guessing. Either way, while, like, she was getting distracted, Nova comes in and grabs her, and she's like, She's like, oh, like, like, what did you do to my jacket? And like, kind of getting her like in a joke. Either way, Todo comes in, and Todo's like, oh, like, let's go. Like, where's my jacket? And and Nobara's concerned. Nobara's like, hey, what happened to Fujikoro? And Maki's like, he's fine. Like, the others are there. So now Todo here suddenly brings up his whole thing. He's like I'm getting late. I have a very important business here in Tokyo, and he's like, I cannot miss that. Like, it's very important. So what is the business? He takes out a ticket, and it's like my personal handshake with Takada-chan, the idol, the tall idol Takada-chan. And everyone's like, what? But anyways, that's his important business. Like, obviously he's going to go and do it. So he's like, come on, Mai, let's go. And he leaves along with Mai, while Nobara leaves with Maki, and Nobara asks the question. She's like, like, you don't have any cursed cursed energy? And she's like, yeah. And she says, like, I can't even see curses without the glasses. So interesting. So is she like a normal human being? Like an actual normal human being? Like, she, from what she's saying, it seems like that. Like, she says, like, I can't see curses without these glasses. That's why I use cursed tools. They already have curses imbued in them. I can't pour my own cursed energy into them to do things like you all do. Okay, so there you go. And Nobara's like, oh, like the cleaver that Gojo gave to Yuji. So yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, so she's like an actual, like a normal human being, like, one of the normal civilians. Now, obviously, because of that, Nobara asks the question, then why did you become a sorcerer? Because, you're like a normal person. Why? And she says, to spite them. I can't wait to see the looks on my family's faces when I become a big shot sorcerer. After all the years they've been spent looking down on me. Alright, so here's the thing. I can understand now. So basically, why she's doing this is because obviously she said, as she says, she wants to spite them, and I'm guessing she's from a family which are a family of Jujutsu sorcerers, and that is why like everyone expected, I'm guessing, their children to be Jujutsu sorcerers as well. But Maki was someone who did not have any Jujutsu energy in her. She cannot do anything with it. So everyone probably looked down on her or stuff like that. And her being part of the family, she wanted to kind of get back to them. That is why, even though she's like a normal human being, she decided to become a Jujutsu sorcerer using the stuff, the glass, the tools which are imbued with the energy. So that's basically what's happening. Makes sense. And the fact is that not only her, but her sister as well doesn't have any technique. She can only imbue stuff with her energy. So I'm pretty sure her sister also had to go through a lot of things like this, like she had to go through, like people looking down on her and stuff like that, I'm guessing. So yeah, their family life doesn't sound happy, and yeah. Anyways, okay. So Nobara was very Nobara was very happy, and very what's that word? Got very motivated and very influenced by her. Seeing her story, listening to her story, and she's like, oh, I respect you, Maki-san. Alright, later on we see Gojo has gone to the principal, who's waiting, the old man. And Gojo comes in, and Gojo's like, I'm here to talk to you. Our principal is going to come a little bit late, Principal Yaga. But yeah, for now, I'm here to just have a conversation with you. And he's like, obviously, you can see that Gojo's pissed about the whole situation with Yuji. And he's like, and since this guy is one of the higher ups, he's like, oh, I want to just talk to you about the whole situation with Itadori Yuji. I love how the back and forth, he's like, oh, like the principal is like, like you should talk with some respect. And he's like, I have no intention. Oh no, not the principal, sorry, the girl, that girl. She's like, talk with some respect. And he's like, oh, I have no intention of respecting him. Just directly. And this girl, she's like, outside, she's like, this prim, proper, like, thing. And inside, she's fangirling. Anyways, so Gojo brings up the two, unregistered special grade cursed spirits that attacked them before, and him before, and I love the way he says that, oh, to me, it was just like being coerced into taking a survey in the city. It's not a big deal. But then he's like, I like how he reports that, and at the same time kind of low-key threatens him, the principal. He's like, Hakari, Okotsu, and your Todo, the level of our students has risen drastically in the recent years as well. Now, here he says, there was the last year's incident with Geto Suguru. So, the thing that we heard before, something happened, he did something. And now with the appearance of Sukuna's vessel, and he's like, what are you trying to say? You don't know? The wave of power you guys have been trying to hold back with your pointless status and traditions has grown bigger than you can handle and is now descending upon us. You won't be able to measure the upcoming age with the classification of special grade. If you think I'm the only one who will be fighting back, you're going to get hurt, old man. So, I'm guessing, the whole politics that is going on in the higher up. Yeah, that is basically what was happening. He kind of like just tried to just, kind of mess with the guy here. And he's like, you guys trying to hold, that thing over there is not going to work very, nowadays, because the people we are getting now, the students that we are getting now, their powers are something that is like too big for you guys to control. Like, it's not going to only be me who will become a problem to you guys in the future. They will as well. And the old man is like, oh, I think you're getting a bit out of line. And Gojo's like, I don't have any intention to fight you. I'm just here to give you a little report. So yeah, see you later. Goodbye. And in the end, he's like, the principal is going to come within 2 hours. So there you go. And he leaves. I love this part where the principal is like, oh, tells the girl, what's her name? Just a minute. Miwa. He's like, Miwa, go and bring me some tea. And she's like, okay, sure. And she comes out and she's like, oh, I should go and get a selfie with Gojo Satoru. And she runs off to get a picture. While later on we see Todo in his handshake event with the idol. Oh boy, and he's very happy to get the handshake. And then a little bit of the ending part where we get to see in a movie theater, 3 guys have been killed. Cause of death: increased cranial pressure and respiratory paralysis due to cranial deformity. So someone basically I'm guessing just squeezed their cranium, the head, and made them, kill them like that. We see Mahito here. I think that's his name. Mahito's going back, and this guy, I don't know who he is. Is he the same guy? Is this Okotsu? He kind of looks like him. So he comes out and he's like, oh, in the theater, you're the one who did it, didn't you? And Mahito's like, oh, you can see me. And then we suddenly fast forward to Yuji and this guy. They are here in front of the movie theater and they're going to investigate or something. So that's how it ended. The ending part was a little bit confusing. Like I said, I don't exactly know if that guy was Okotsu or someone else. I'm not exactly sure. It's the guy with the one part, the hair, that guy. that is the guy who we've been hearing about for a long time. Is it the same guy, or is this like a normal other person? I'm not exactly sure about that in the end. So later episodes will probably explain that. Either way, yeah, things are progressing. Yuji, I'm sure he has gotten stronger than before. He's going through his trainings, like Satoru is training him, and now he and this other person, they are here in the cinema theater to investigate about the deaths. Anyways, that's where it ended. So that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 8 of Jujutsu Kaisen. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.